So it seems like Bitcoin is closing June with another monthly loss. And I can't believe we're already 7 months into 2022. So today I'm actually going to break down what happened in the month of June, provide you some insights on what Bitcoin has been doing, and provide you with some data on this bear market that we're going through. Hey guys, my name is Alex and welcome back to the CryptoNairz channel. And I just want to say happy Independence Day to all you Americans and for everyone who's actually celebrating it. And so far, the crypto market and even the stock market hasn't been looking too well since the start of this year. So with that being said, let's jump into the market and see what's happening. And before we get started, remember this is not financial advice and this is for your entertainment and educational purpose only. And we're here to provide insights on what's happening. And we're hoping that you as the investor will make a rational decision on what to do with your own investments. So like always, we're going to jump into Bitcoin first. So at the start of June, Bitcoin was actually at $32,000. It's kind of hard to say it now because we're all the way back just under $20,000 at $19,800. And that's a pretty huge 1 month drop. And to give you a little bit of insight of what that means, according to Glassnode, Bitcoin has had its worst monthly price performance since 2011, trading down 37.9% in June. Lackluster on-chain activity indicates a near complete purge of fair weather investors has taken place, leaving only hodlers to hold the line. So what this tweet is actually saying is that the people who have left the market were more in it for the short term. But at the same time, this doesn't mean that this could be the Bitcoin bottom, so be careful. Now going on to the weekly chart of Bitcoin, on July 4th of 2022, Bitcoin is still under the 200 EMA line and is currently just under $20,000 at $19,800. And this is actually pretty interesting because in the past before, we haven't seen Bitcoin trade under the 200 EMA line for this long. Back in March 2020, when COVID hit, Bitcoin actually broke past that line. However, the week before retraced back up and it never actually traded below the 200 EMA for more than 1 day. However, right now we're actually below the line for over 3 weeks straight now. According to this tweet by Yazin Alamandra, sorry if I'm butchering your name, he said that Bitcoin's trading below its 200 weekly EMA line and short price and long-term cost basis for only the 4th time in price history. These levels have historically marked generational bottoms. As I said before in my previous videos, traditionally all indicators are screaming that this is the Bitcoin bottom, but personally I don't think this might be the case yet, just because there's a lot of fundamental aspects like the war that's happening, inflation rising, a recession that hasn't been priced in yet, that's been looming around for quite some time. Now going back to the daily chart on Bitcoin, it seems like Bitcoin is hovering between the range of $21,000 and $19,000. And actually, if you're a technical analysis trader, Bitcoin is actually creating a triangle formation. For those who don't know what that means, a break between this line or this line could suggest that Bitcoin could go either lower or higher from it at a rapid pace. And honestly, I'm not going to speculate where Bitcoin is going to go from here. We honestly have to wait and see what's going to happen. Going to the Bitcoin dominance chart, for the month of June, Bitcoin actually lost some dominance in the market. In June, it had a high of around 48%, but it actually closed the month of June at 44%. What this is telling me is that altcoins are taking a stronger stance against Bitcoin in the month of June. And in my personal opinion, I think the Bitcoin dominance might just trade within the range of 47% and 39% for the time being. So what are some of the key takeaways that happened in June? We actually started June with a pretty bad position already with the whole Terra Luna crash, and we kind of all knew how that happened. But at the same time, after the UST crash, you have Celsius halting withdrawals, deposits, and swaps, which actually caused Bitcoin to break its 28,000 support region to where we are today. Then because of the price drop, we have 3AC, one of the biggest crypto hedge funds in the world, filing for bankruptcy. And then we have Voyager announcing that because they were exposed to 3AC, they actually capped their withdrawal limits to $10,000 and actually needed a loan from Almada. And for those who don't know who they are basically the ones who run FTX. So yeah, a lot of bad news happened in the month of June. For those who are wondering how this compares to other bear markets in the past, according to Glassnode, the Bitcoin drawdown from all-time highs has reached 73.3% compared to previous bear market lows of between 75 and 84%. The duration in this bear is 435 days from the April 2021 all-time high and 227 days from the November 2021 all-time high. This firmly places the current bear market within historical bear norms. So it seems like we are slightly in a longer bear market than previously before. However, we are still within the norms. This doesn't mean that we are going to see higher highs, but this is just saying that the bear market is pretty normal compared to the other ones that we have experienced in the past. At the same time, while prices are falling, the number of addresses with a balance of at least one Bitcoin just hit an all-time high at 874,000. So despite the price falling, people are are still accumulating Bitcoin. At the same time, the number of addresses with a non-zero balance has been continuing to increase despite the bear trend. So if you are bullish on Bitcoin, these are all pretty good signs, but still this might not be the end of the downtrend. From Yassine one more time, macro conditions are still weighing heavily on BTC's outlook. Credit default swaps have more than doubled since September, and a yield curve is flattening. Despite signs of a recession, the Fed is still hawkish. If it keeps tightening, risk on assets like BTC could continue to suffer. So as I was saying before, despite the market and all its technical indicators are screaming that this is oversold or that Bitcoin is near its bottom, this might not be the case and we might see a little bit lower lows for the future. In my personal opinion, I think that Bitcoin might just trade between the range of $21,000 and $19,000 as well. With a break above the $21,000 region could signal a pretty bullish sign for Bitcoin. So overall, I'm going to keep an eye on what's happening in the markets and play into the market wherever it goes. But honestly, that is just my opinion and I would love to hear what you guys are doing as well. So please leave it in the comments and be sure to like, subscribe, and to keep following our channel for more updates on what's happening in the markets. So yeah, leave it in the comments below.